What's up, everyone? And I hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to Ricky's World. Oh, Ricky's World. So pretty much I just want to talk about racism and my experiences with racism. So I don't know if you guys know, but I am Latino. I'm Mexican. Both my parents are Mexicans. I don't want to tell you where they're from because I don't want y'all stalking. I don't want any stalkers. But if you want, I can tell y'all. But if y'all ask, because no one's asking, I'm just gonna say we're Mexican. So yeah, we're Mexicans. I consider myself Latino only because I don't know, I just prefer Latino because Mexican is too specific. I don't know what, I'm just so used to being called Latino because I've been applying scholarships and, job applications and, it's always a Latino check mark. Financial aid, what else? Taxes, it's always Latino. They know what, they never ask if you're Mexican. So it's like, you know what, I might as well just be Latino then. So yeah, but I'm really Mexican though. But yeah, so I just want to talk about racism that I've been through or I've seen. So yeah. Let me just start off by saying that never in my life have I, has anyone ever, has ever told me straight up that they didn't like Mexicans. That's just pretty much it. But sometimes you can really tell, it's hard because, sometimes, when you're not, when you're out in public and you're feeling like you're not getting good vibes from certain people, sometimes, because I'm Mexican, because I'm Latino, because of who I am and who I identify myself, sometimes I feel insecure. Sometimes I'm like, are you treating me bad because you're having a bad day, or you're treating me bad because of the color of my skin? So that's the type of thing that I feel like people of color deal with. Well, I deal with it. Sometimes I don't know if it's me or if it's the person that's having a bad day. So yeah. Me and my sister, one time that I feel like I felt like we were, judged, discriminated one time, was the time we went to Dollar Tree. It's Dollar Tree. And for some reason, the thingy was, the bell or whatever, no, not for some reason, for some reason when we left off, for some reason the door was stuck, and so we were kind of trying to get the door to open, and I guess, we made some type of noise, and it attracted the cashier, and then, and then they saw two of us walking out of the store, and then, I guess, since we didn't buy anything because, everything was just, we just didn't need anything, we were just looking. We were looking to see if they had some type of shampoo for me. We're looking for shampoo, but they didn't have the right shampoo that we needed. So we were like, we're out. We're going to Family Dollar because they had the shampoo that we needed, but we just decided to try a Dollar Tree anyway. And so they were like, we made that noise, I guess, trying to open the door, and then, the cashier noticed, and they saw us that we didn't have any bags, we didn't buy anything, and so she was like, she told us to empty out our pockets and stuff, and then we were like, okay, so we did it anyway, and we left. I don't know why she asked, I really don't know why she asked us to, empty our pockets. I really don't. I think that's the only time. I didn't feel bad or anything because it's I don't know. But the funny thing was that but that happened goodness gracious, that happened back in my high school. That happened back in 5 years ago, pretty much. And then fast forward to today, when we went to see A Star Is Born, we wanted to buy popcorn, and we wanted to go, we wanted to buy the cheap popcorn, so we went to Family Dollar, and then we saw some person, this is what we witnessed racism. Some guy, a black woman, she went out to go get some money from her car, and then the cashier again stopped her, was like, why don't you have, why didn't you buy anything? He asked her, why didn't you buy anything? And she was like, cause I don't, she was like, she went off of him. She was like, cause I didn't have any money and stuff like that. And then he was like, he just pretty much made himself look like a fool. I don't know what he was, it just looked weak. It was cringeworthy. I was like, oh, is this happening? Is this guy really just did that guy really just ask her why she didn't buy anything? Like, and then we looked at us, and then, you know, when we left, you know, we were heading to the theater, you know, we were like, yo, that's like deja vu. That's like kind of what happened to us. Like, a cashier, you know, was kind of, you know, wondering if we were stealing anything simply because we left the store without buying anything. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that, I felt a lot of racism in middle school. Again, goes to where I don't know if, you know, because the teachers at the middle school that I went to were miserable. They were fresh out of college. You could tell that they were upset with their jobs and their lives. So I couldn't tell if they were upset at themselves that they didn't want to be here, or if they were upset because of, you know, the color of our skins. Because the middle school that I went to was my majority blacks were the majority, Latinos were the second majority, and there were very few, you know, Caucasians. And there were no Asians at all. So it's like, so it's kind of hard to tell. You know, a lot of people, you could tell right off the bat. Some of the teachers, they didn't trust anyone. All right, they didn't trust anyone at all. And it's like, I thought, I couldn't tell. Did they not trust us because, you know, of our skin color, or did they not trust us because, you know, they don't trust anyone? So that's just something that I was kind of confused about. I think that there was another incident where, yeah, I think there was one incident. Yeah, there was one incident. Before I went to that middle school, I went to another middle school. The reason why I was confused was because the middle school that I went before was predominantly Caucasian kids, and the Latinos were the second majority, and then blacks were the third. You know, they were mostly white people, and then there was second, were mostly Hispanics, and then last there were some black students, and so we were like, so it was a totally different school, totally different perspective, and those teachers were very nice to everyone, you know? So it's like, I don't know, like, it's just, you know, it's just one thing. It's like those teachers, they weren't miserable at all. They actually liked the students and stuff. I mean, they didn't like the students. I mean, you know, teachers, not every teachers like students, but, you know, you could tell that they were more trustworthy, you know? For example, if you were to go to the restroom at the other middle school, at the predominantly, you know, Caucasian middle school, you know, if you're walking down the hallway, you know, nobody would ask you where you're going and stuff. Whereas if you went to the other one with mostly Latinos and blacks and minorities, you know, if you walk down the hallway, you know, teachers will always be up in your face, like, what are you doing? Why are you doing? Why are you out of class? Why are you doing this? Why are you out of this? Like, you know, they'll be all up in your space and stuff. So that's what I've noticed. And another thing that I've noticed was that for some reason when I went to the school that was predominantly mostly white, Caucasian, I had a hard time getting into online classes for high school for some reason. But when I went to the other one, the one minority full with majority of Latinos and blacks, I had an easier way to get into it. So I don't know, like I said, like, it's kind of weird. It's like, I can't, like, some of this I can't tell if I'm being, like, if I'm being discriminated against, or if that's just how teachers are, or so. It was kind of confusing. It was a confusing time. So other than that, I mean, I really never really felt any racism, but I will be honest, I do feel uncomfortable sometimes, mostly because I'm always like the only Latino. Okay, throughout my college courses, I'm always the only Latino in there. Okay, I even took a Spanish too. I was the only Latino in there. That felt weird. I felt like the elephant in the room. What else? I was the only Latino in most of my art courses. And sometimes even the only minority. Like, all these, like, there's a whole bunch of white kids around me. And it's like, you know, it felt kind of, you know, I kind of felt, you know, like, yeah, like, okay, well, I feel kind of awkward, you know. And in the university that I'm going to, where I'm majoring in, there's a lot. It's mostly Caucasians. Again, I'm not hateful or anything. I just feel like sometimes it's weird, you know. It's really weird if you're like, yeah, it can be really weird. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know. I don't know why I feel uncomfortable. I just do. Mostly because I feel like I'm not feel comfortable by them, but I feel comfortable by maybe what if they think of me as, you know, what if, you know, they're not gonna take me serious, or, you know, what if they feel like you know, like they're like, I don't know, like what if they may not think of me as one of them, like what if they see me as an outcast because of my skin color. So yeah, so I'm the middle, so yeah, but the university that I went to, they have a nice chunk of, you know, good, you know, group of Latinos students out there, but like I said, that's on the whole other side of the campus. I'm gonna be on the side of the campus that's the art department, and there's hardly any Latinos when I went to visit and stuff. So we'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So other than that, I haven't experienced as much racism. Other than the fact that, you know, I maybe I felt like I was being judged. But nothing really like racism a whole lot, and I just hope it stays that way, because to be honest with you, the last thing I want to deal with is racism. So, you know, so I just hope this country gets better in terms of racism, but right now I feel like it's not at all. But, you know, with the new midterm election, hopefully some change can happen. Hopefully the president is no longer the president. Hopefully we can get someone new in office. But yeah, other than that, you know, we'll see how things go. Hope you guys have a great day.